I'm trying to figure out how to create this new email address so that way I can just make it. I want to play it so fucking bad.
I just used my old email address, so I still had one.
My old one has a bunch of other fucking gamer tags. It's so mad. Alright, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. New user. Create a user. Accept. Next. Yes. I agree. I would love to play that. I'm just creating an Australian account right now. Just so I can play Battlefield. I'll be back. 1 second. Alright. I'm just waiting for email verification that is not showing up from Sony. Fucking bastards. On, on eBay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Wow, this is so retarded. It won't let me verify because there's no mail. How long does it take for Sony to send you the mail? You freaking.
What?
It won't send me a mail. I have a freaking thing coming and it won't come.
So resend it.
I did like 4 times and it's not working. An email from Sony Network has been sent. Yeah, liars. I'm gonna be doing this for 2 hours. Like, come on. These people are retarded. They really don't know how to send an email. It says it's been sent. When? An email has been sent. Fucking liars. Not one fucking email has been sent to me. Wow, I have a very clean inbox. Nope, it won't let me. It won't let me get the mail. I did Australia, but they're not sending me my verified mail from Sony Network, so that way I can sign online. Okay, it's here. Fucking wankers. Fucking losers. Fucking scumbags. Alright. So I activated this priming and then I go back to my other name and activate it again?
Go to the other menu, enter another user and your user account and add your PlayStation. Verify it as the main PlayStation account. Then download it.
Okay. And then go back to my old name and set it? Wow, it's right there. Yes. Yeah! Sorry. That's happiness. That's happiness. Alright, now how do I go back and make my other one in the main account? Where where do I go to make my game or whatever you want to call it to make my guy back to normal? I'm downloading it, so how do I go back and make this my primary PS4 again?
Download it. It will be automatically on your other account.
Okay, but how do I make my other account the primary again?
Oh, you don't have to.
But I would
It's
like
already primary. It's already primary on your other account.
it is, so it's just has another account's primary now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you make an account, you can choose which PlayStation you have as the main PlayStation. That's the only thing.
Well, it's downloading.
It's like eight gigabytes.
Yep, I can't wait.
It should take like 20 minutes or less.
I hope. I hope.
Mhm. Yeah, we need number two on this, man.
Well, it's downloading, so I'm gonna be on
Uh,
before some other people. Thank
yeah.
God. There's like
Yeah,
five
I'm gonna,
PlayStation Verify now. I have five of them. Like, wow, come on, guys, come on.
I'm gonna play like 2 hours, then I'm gonna farm strange coins for tomorrow, man. We need this. I need those. I don't know how many you've got.
Hey. Fuck yeah. I'm downloading the Battlefront beta as we speak. Over.
Battlefield. You wanted to say Battlefield.
8.
Good correction, man.
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night. I can feel my leg. My arm. Even my fingers.
What?
The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations. Even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before. God. What should I do? Boss?
Hmm.
Tell me. Tell me like
Nice.
you do. Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause. God. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Dogs of war.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Pizza?
Years.
Gracias.
That ends today. sleeping. And we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs. Let me talk. We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Cos. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Did you try Metal Gear Online yet? Neither have I. It just came out like 2 days ago.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of motherbase. Come meet me. Boss, come meet with me. Okay. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people. And we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out there.
Oh man, this is 20. No.
Go farm, go farm.
Bringing people in. Use this.
You're gonna be like
It's a Fulton recovery
max level
device.
without me.
When you're in the field,
Yeah,
use it
the
to
max
extract
level is
any
5,
soldiers
guys.
or prisoners who are back here. And we'll see if
Yeah,
we
you
can't
can go above
persuade them
5.
to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put him to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Don't pull any punches.
Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him. Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye drawer.
Select staff management from the motherbase menu.
So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list.
Select weapons items under the development heading. Come on, go ahead and select the red mark.
That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out at CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out. Excellent, boss. Now extract it.
Oh, extracting people's mean.
Good.
That's kind of messed up to do that to somebody.
One thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. If the weather's unfavorable,
Oh, you mean a middle
they
disorder?
could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
It's so mean. No, the both people and whatever. I don't know. Just the way they do it, it's so violent.
I'm ready, boss.
Extract them. If there are multiple adversaries nearby, perform CQC on them in quick succession. This allows you to take them all out before any of them can strike back.
Yeah, give me the spaceship. Yes.
No!
Spaceship.
I'm ready, boss.
That's the boss item. Pretty good. Now extract it.
Fuck.
Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your iDroid.
No.
Select weapons items under the development tab.
Now select cardboard box and start development. Just be aware that development requires...
Oh, now they can develop a cardboard box.
Watch we
Ooh.
don't end up in the red.
Development is finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. Staff members you extracted are all placed on the R&D team, so that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up.
I don't know.
Or if you're still
Darth Vader is with me.
guys on their asses,
Come on, Darth
stay
Vader.
around here a while. Give the men some practice.
Yeah.
Just come pay me a visit.
I have every cassette tape from Ground Zeroes. I'm so happy.
Nice.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad.
I have so much stuff to develop. I wonder what I got from Ground Zeroes. Konami! Wow, that Star Wars Battlefront taking a long time. I can't wait because I'm gonna buy that fucking game.
Open this.
Yeah. 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 Ah, video game muscles.
Childproof too? Look at it.
I guess I'm a child. Fuck. Ocelot's briefing.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Wow, this is awesome. I'm like in the helicopter sitting, waiting to go to my area. It looks so cool inside of it. I can't believe this was the bad guy from Metal Gear Solid 1. Okay, how do I grab it? How do I grab it? Bum 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 bum. This is so cool. Just sitting in here, it's cool. Whoa, sorry about that.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
I have mission tasks for these missions that I already completed. It's gonna be tough. Yikes.
Yeah, you can do it, man.
You were hospitalized and
I like smoking blunts while I listen to the tapes.
It's part of British territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why'd they kill you? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is in the own belly. Regular Geppetto. Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy? Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead. He said I was in a British military hospital, but the doctor had a Greek accent. They hire locally. Easier to trust them. The Kelly is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all. What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south? Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established. And Decalia sits right on top of it. It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around. So how do things stand? Last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state. Though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America. They all have their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something,
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that all fucking day. I'm gonna practice all day, and I'm gonna be a Papa Pro. And then when the game comes out, I'm gonna be a pro.
just fans the flames.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks.
I can't wait, man. I can't fucking wait! It's downloading! What about you, Justin? Are you downloading it?
By this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
It is if
available if
you
you
do a
make
trick.
Yeah, if you make an Australian account.
I'm gonna keep that account for all my cheating of downloading.
Yeah.
You can go sailing the Suez in a whaler. The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
If I want to play a game earlier than other people, I just
They finished
go
sweeping
onto
up
that
our
account and
lines
download
in
it.
the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're gonna transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan.
Damn, I wish I would have done that earlier. Fuck.
There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line.
Yeah, I figured it out a little bit late too, so.
Well, I had a very bad toothache. It still hurts, so it's like, I had to stop playing.
Yeah.
It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains.
You know it's bad if you can't play.
Guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we
Yeah,
really need.
it's fucking awesome, man. You have a third person, so
Our horses and boats. Well, it'll make for good physio.
everything is in third
Take the
person.
time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated
That's the
they are
game I've been
not
waiting for.
participating in the Los Angeles Olympics,
Yeah.
primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes. The United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news. The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics. Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics? Yes.
I think I have tapes from Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes because I discovered them all.
It's too bad I didn't get to see
I also found all the unit patches. I unlocked the ninja outfit, the ninja sneaking outfit. Yeah, it's so cool.
The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify
assault too. And Reagan's hardline politics won him the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire. The Second Cold War. And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars.
Excuse me.
Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel.
I don't want to move forward until I get these fucking first quests perfect.
Saddam was assassinated afterward.
Damn OCD.
Apparently his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Why is it very, very hard?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
It means it's very hard. Crap.
Hostage and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity. Private forces, small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you.
I already S-ranked the first mission, but I still have 2 little side missions in that first mission to do. And that mission's so long.
The world is after you, but at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but you're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base. That would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF.
Damn you, XOF.
An anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs, followed by a
Roger.
big F.U. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board.
Before I start, while they're taking me to my location, I'm listening to the tapes in the helicopter. It's pretty cool. Smoking my fat blunt, my big boss blunt.
They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found.
Yeah, but mine is filled with a blunt weed, and it's still that fat. Yeah.
You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There.
This whole time I'm only on briefing number 1.
It'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
I can't wait to get to the music though.
You better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah, the doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
How many music do you start off with? How many music tapes? I just wanted to know because I have 10 right now.
Osla, I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology.
You've been missing out on the amazingness in Destiny.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point,
We
the
wanted
enemy
you to come to the
started calling
raid,
me
man.
Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up
It's
interrogations
fun.
here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride.
They even add like secret missions and stuff. It's freaking crazy.
Special interrogation advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to find out about it because I found out when it was too late. So it is kind of hard to
You went
find
that
out.
far for me.
Far enough to keep you alive.
Like, it'll be inside of the quest that you already do, and if you don't do something else, then you won't activate that part of the secret quest to get like a secret weapon.
It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves. By the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka. Saul, half gulag, half hero sword. It was a perfect fit. But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases. So Salt 2 still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems.
I will be streaming Star Wars Battlefront very shortly.
Paid off. Somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
Live on YouTube.
The Salt 2 talks back then. Maybe while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker, I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliation. Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of. If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch. Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was. All thanks to you and her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end, the times define the politics. When you grab their tail, they turn and bite your hand. I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenoyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective, the assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America,
I played that one.
Or as he was to you,
Snake Eater.
Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigan. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot. From the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish. To make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the philosopher's legacy.
To make the world one? I want that.
During Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with a problem. You only recovered half.
Oh, so I'd definitely be joining with Cypher then if it was real life.
When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les enfants terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact. Although, truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims have revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year
almost done
before.
with the tapes.
The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved.
Yeah.
He was training them near the Zero Line,
Is it
sponsored by the
ready?
CIA.
No.
The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here.
Yeah,
They
it's
thought
taking
they'd be headed
forever.
home in 6 months.
And I'm not using Wi-Fi.
Then a year passed. 2
Yeah.
years.
It's forever, man.
Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan
Yep,
has become
I
the
reached
Soviet
that far.
Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they
It's all right.
have homes to go back to.
It's all right.
The Afghans have lost theirs. The
I'll
Soviets
see you when the real game comes out.
They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures
Even
into
though I
live
have to wait for my
fields.
PlayStation to come in the mail with the new Star Wars game and everything.
If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Fadal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die on the side of the road. Just a show
Whoa.
they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them
Yeah, so my other gamer tag is Link Kakariko.
and the cycle of vengeance goes on.
From The Legend of Zelda. Link Kakariko!
Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
So don't use real guns on him, use the squirt gun! The Super Soaker 3000! Booyaka! You can kill that guy in an instant! I'm just kidding. We're talking about the man on fire from Metal Gear Solid. Music tape 1 and music tape 2. Let's start with 2. Oh shit, I'm rolling a blunt to this. Oh shit. The world. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yo, Dennis. Oh, je hoort me? Ja. Ik ga kijken of ik iemand nog kan regelen. Niet gaan, hè? Nog niet gaan. Ik moet zo snel het gewoon krijgen. Heb ik die strijk gedaan? Ja, dan moet je nog een strijk doen. Die zie je vanzelf op je map tevoorschijn gaan komen volgens mij. Ja, dan moet je hem krijgen. Zo ja. Die Dark Saber en zo. Die Saber mannetje. Die robotachtige die zo midden zo naar boven komt. En dan moet je eerst aan de ene kant stoppen en schieten en dan aan de andere kant. Dat heb ik niet gedaan. Level 280 was het. Level 280. Ook geen wapen. Het is een heavy wapen, hè? Wat een heavy zijn. Ik heb nou wel gewoon. Ja. Je bent er mooi goed. Level 32. Dat is goed. Zag je die wapen of niet? Ja, hij weer kaatst. Nee, je moet hem gelijk krijgen. De Willy heeft hem ook gewoon gekregen. Ik heb hem niet op andere character toevallig.
Yeah!
Andere karakter.
What up? I'm just kidding. What up, man? I'm just joking. How you doing? Star Wars Battlefront! Well, I can't wait to play. I'm downloading it right now. What about you, man? What about you? You're not downloading it?
It's a beta. It's free, man. It's a beta.
Yeah, it's a beta, man. Masturbator.
Het is gratis, Dennis.
Download it, download it, download it. It is 2:15 in the afternoon for me. Okay, how many blunt packages am I opening that I don't need to be opening? Jesus. I'll switch with that one. Masturbator. Bada 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 bada. Nah. I need Star Wars
I'm doing
battle.
Destiny right now, Alice.
Nice, nice.
And I'm in Prison of Elders with Mohawk.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm on a helicopter flying over Afghanistan right now. Just rolling blunt, listening to some high octane action music. The tapes inside of Metal Gear Solid, I guess.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, we could smoke in Grand Theft Auto together later too, maybe. Maybe if you're there.
What? Talking to me, Alice, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't bought it yet, man. Maybe tomorrow.
I know you'll get it
Maybe.
someday. Someday. Maybe not. Maybe if it's like $20.
Yeah. Think.
I'm talking like some southern gritty guy. What the? What the?
Can I get a phone or just use me?
You need the phone?
Just use me?
Mm-mm. Don't teach her that word. Don't teach Sophia, asshole.
It was great. Wow, I'm sorry.
She's gonna be calling people at school asshole.
If they meet to her.
No. She can call them lowlife
Assholes.
or something.
Douchebags.
How about animal or something? You animal.
You douchebag.
You lower life form.
You prick.
Come on, you're not going to say that. Come on, Lina. Come on. Yeah, put me over there. Wanna video?
Wow, that game. 7 hours left, it says. Whatever. An hour a gigabyte.
Yeah, because you're screaming, man. That's why.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna stop streaming.
Thanks so much for your internet. Connection. Thank.
I'm closing my application.